The world today cannot overlook the formidable might of the US military. Whether dominating battlefields or stealing the spotlight in action-packed movies, its power is undeniable. But did you know that aside from valor, courage, and rigorous training, there's another key factor behind this unmatched excellence? That's right, it's firearms. The right weapon can turn the tide of a battle, and over the years, some have completely redefined how the US military fights. Well, today we're breaking it all down. Let's dive into the top 5 firearms that changed everything. Each one didn't just add firepower, it reshaped how the US military operates, setting new standards for dominance on the battlefield. Number 5, the M60 machine gun. Kicking off our countdown, and at number 5 is the M60, also known as the United States machine gun and the deadly United States standard issue machine gun. A general-purpose machine gun that fires 7.62 by 51mm NATO ammunition through a disintegrating belt of M13 links, the M60 doesn't just fire rounds, it commands the battlefield with ball, tracer, and armor-piercing bullets. Talk about precision and power, all wrapped up in one nice little bullet. Introduced in 1957, the M60 has served with every branch of the United States military and continues to serve with other armed forces. The M60 is a gas-operated, air-cooled, belt-fed, general-purpose machine gun that fires from the open bolt position and is chambered for the 7.62mm NATO cartridge. The M60 machine gun was what the military called a crew-served weapon, requiring a team of 3 soldiers to transport, load, and fire. It was capable of several types of fire: grazing, plunging, flanking, oblique, and enfilading. Aside from vehicular-mounted fire, it could be fired from the shoulder by kneeling or standing, and from a prone position as well. The M60 saw its widest use with American infantry forces on the ground in the Vietnam War. Back then, an infantry machine gun section officially consisted of 3 soldiers: the gunner, the assistant gunner, and the ammunition carrier. In practice, all members of a patrol carried extra machine gun ammunition, which was passed up to the gun crew when needed. The American infantrymen carried belts of ammunition draped around their bodies like fashion accessories, just that in these moments it wasn't about the style, but delivering lethal punishment. The method was the easiest way to carry the heavy load while still keeping the soldiers' hands free for other weapons. The most common complaint about the M60 was that it was heavy, particularly when humping through the Southeast Asian jungle. It was also prone to jamming, especially when it got dirty. With no gas regulator on the gun, any kind of accumulated dirt or dust could slow down the piston and result in the M60 jamming or running away. Running away, for those that don't know, is that the gun continued to fire even when the finger was removed from the trigger. The legendary Colt M1911. Coming in 4th place is the M1911. That's right, the Colt pistol made the list because of its legendary service and influence. The pistol was officially adopted by the Army on March 29, 1911, under the name Model of 1911. Then, in 1917, someone decided to trim the title to Model 1911 and later M1911 in the 1920s. When the M1911 joined the ranks, it didn't simply replace a couple of pistols, it completely overhauled the armed forces' collection of revolvers and handguns. Talk about stealing the spotlight. Over the decades, the 1911 became the go-to US service pistol, seeing action in World War I, the Banana Wars, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Its legacy extended even further with appearances in Operation Desert Storm, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation Enduring Freedom, although in a much more limited capacity. The Colt M1911 stands as a landmark in both the firearms industry and military history. Its design has not only shaped countless other pistols, but also cemented its reputation as a symbol of American firearms excellence thanks to its legendary reliability and stopping power. Over 3 million M1911 pistols were produced for the US military during the firearms' illustrious 6-decade tenure as America's official military sidearm, with nearly 2 million manufactured during World War II alone. Although it was eventually replaced by the Beretta M9, the 1911 remains in active use, with numerous officers still carrying it to this day. The M1911 is also a popular choice for concealed carry, thanks in part to its single-stack magazine. Beyond that, it is widely favored for personal defense, target shooting, competitive events, and as a treasured item in collections. Key design features of the M1911, such as its single-action trigger mechanism, short recoil operation, and grip safety, have become standard in many modern handgun designs. These innovative concepts laid the groundwork for advancements in pistol engineering. The M1911's influence echoes through firearms like the Beretta 92, the Sig Sauer P226, and even contemporary polymer-framed models such as the Glock 17. Despite the passage of time, the core principles of the M1911's design continue to inspire and inform generations of firearms designers, proving its enduring legacy. The M2 Browning. Coming up in third place is the M2 Browning, better known to US troops as Ma Deuce or simply the 50 cal due to its caliber. This powerhouse of a weapon, officially known as the Browning M2 50 caliber machine gun heavy barrel, is an automatic recoil-operated air-cooled machine gun with adjustable headspace. While it's technically crew transportable, lugging it around with limited ammunition isn't a picnic. But hey, for the firepower it delivers, it's absolutely worth the effort. The M2 Browning was a belt-fed automatic weapon available in both air-cooled and water-cooled versions. It could unleash destruction in single-shot or fully automatic modes depending on the mission. Its versatility made it a must-have for the US Army, Air Force, and Navy, all of whom adopted it almost immediately after its debut. The genius behind this weapon was legendary John Moses Browning. His contributions to military weaponry were so revolutionary that even German Field Marshal Erwin Göring reportedly admitted if the Luftwaffe, or German Army, had the Browning 50 caliber, the Battle of Britain would have turned out differently. That's no small praise. The M2 Browning has seen action in nearly every major conflict since its creation, including World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Cambodian Civil War, the Falklands War, the Somali Civil War, Operation Enduring Freedom, the South African Border War, and modern-day operations in Iraq during the 1990s and 2000s. It is the primary heavy machine gun for NATO countries and has been used by countless others. Even after all these years, the M2 Browning remains in service with only a few modern tweaks. In short, its firepower and reliability have ensured its spot in history as one of the most important weapons ever created, and yes, it holds the title of the longest-serving machine gun in US military history. The M16 Rifle. Coming in at number 2 is the M16 Rifle, one of the most iconic weapons in the world. Officially designated as the Rifle, caliber 5.56mm M6, this family of assault rifles was adapted from the Armalite AR-15 design. Nicknamed Black Rifles, the original M16 was a 5.56 by 45mm automatic rifle with a 20-round magazine. The US Air Force was the first to adopt the AR-15 in 1962, rebranding it as the M16. Shortly after, by the mid-1960s, it became a staple for the US Army and Marine Corps, especially during the Vietnam War. Its gas-powered rotating bolt mechanism made it lightweight and maneuverable, making it an absolute game-changer in the dense jungles of Vietnam. The M16 offered soldiers a much-needed edge thanks to its high rate of fire and accuracy at medium ranges. Of course, the M16 wasn't perfect out of the gate. Early versions of the rifle were plagued with jamming issues, which frustrated troops in the heat of battle. These problems were eventually addressed with better training, cleaning kits, and design improvements, resulting in the more reliable M16A1. Over the years, the rifle went through several upgrades like the M16A2, A3, and A4, which added features like burst fire modes, heavier barrels, and Picatinny rails for mounting optics and accessories. The M16 also gave birth to iconic spin-offs. For example, the M4 carbine emerged as a compact variant, ideal for close-quarters combat. Meanwhile, the M249 SAW, or Squad Automatic Weapon, became a squad-level light machine gun, providing suppressive fire and additional firepower. The M16's legacy extends far beyond the United States Armed Forces. Countries like Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom incorporated it into their military arsenals, recognizing its dependability. Even in civilian circles, it became a cultural phenomenon with countless variants and accessories tailored to enthusiast needs. While the M4 carbine has taken its place in frontline units, the M16's legacy as a revolutionary firearm remains unshaken. The M1 Garand. Finally, at the top spot, we have the M1 Garand, a rifle that is nothing short of legendary, a beast of a battle rifle. During World War II, the United States became the only nation to equip its infantry with a semi-automatic rifle as the standard weapon of war. This breakthrough gave American soldiers a significant firepower advantage on the battlefield, leading General George Patton to proclaim it as the greatest battle implement ever devised. More than 5 million M1 Garands were manufactured during its tenure, serving as the backbone of U.S. infantry during World War II and the Korean War. When the Cold War began heating up, many M1s were mothballed, while others were loaned out to allies. However, production resumed during the Korean War, with new manufacturers like International Harvester Corporation and Harrington and Richardson Arms stepping in to churn out nearly 1.5 million new units between 1952 and 1957. Even though the M1 Garand was officially retired after Korea, it remained in service around the world well into the Vietnam era. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a symbol of ingenuity and patriotism. Its creator, John C. Garand, ranks among the greatest inventors and patriots in American history. In fact, a 2008 article in the NRA's American Rifleman magazine crowned the M1 Garand the #1 infantry rifle of all time. The M1 Garand didn't just change the game, it was the game. As the first semi-automatic military rifle used as a standard issue combat weapon, it set the stage for countless innovations that followed. It was and remains a testament to American ingenuity and excellence. Now, if you stayed with us all the way till the end, I think we can all agree on one thing. Firearms are more than just tools of war. They're icons of ingenuity, power, and evolution. The right weapon doesn't just win battles, it rewrites history. From the thunderous roar of Ma Deuce to the precision engineering of the M16 and the innovative brilliance of the M1 Garand, these firearms didn't just serve the US military, they revolutionized it. Each of these weapons brought a distinct identity to the battlefield, shaping not just how wars were fought, but also how the US military was perceived, a force of innovation, dominance, and resilience. And as technology and ammunition continue to evolve, who knows what groundbreaking designs lie ahead. So out of the 5 legendary firearms we've explored today, which one left you most amazed? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more stories of military innovation and history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and remember, innovation never stops, and neither should your curiosity. We'll see you next time.